Emanuelle McIntosh here at the Sakyamuni Spiritual Center in Belgium, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of Ask Emma. So today we are doing the Ask Emma June 2018 questions, and this will be part 1. So let me just get these questions up here, and then we can get started. Okay, so my first question is from Nina from Switzerland. Nina, your question is, Dear Emanuelle, lately I've been thinking about starting a PhD in Brazil or Australia. However, I'm very torn between the two countries and about the idea of doing a PhD in general. Do you have any advice which path would be the best for me and my future? Thank you for your help, Nina. Okay, Nina. So it looks like my whole team is kind of collectively answering this question for you. They're saying, hi, Nina. Going abroad and expanding your horizons would be very beneficial for you to discover the strength and the courage you possess deep inside of yourself, and to discover the bravery that is hidden under constant layers of self-doubt and indecisiveness. Now, sometimes, in order for you to find and discover your true self and your desired dreams and your achievements, we need to remove ourselves from our comfort zone, from our normal environment, and challenge ourselves to explore a new and unfamiliar adventure. So this is for you definitely a good idea, they say. In regards to your question, they're saying Australia would be a better choice for you, and you already know that deep inside your heart, deep inside your gut. So you need to trust that feeling. You need to trust and follow your own intuitive sense in regards to this. Now, in regards to what you want to study there, now that is something that only you can answer. Again, don't go for the easy, safer route, but go for the most passionate road. What are you passionate about? What's going to make you happy? Okay? Now release the fears of making a mistake, because there are no mistakes in life, only different routes to find your happiness and to help you with self-expansion and contribute to the expansion of the collective. So follow your heart, release the notion, the idea, or the belief that there is such a thing as making a mistake, because there's not, and just go and have a great adventure, they say. Okay? So I hope that helps a little bit, Nina. Okay. My next question is, this is from Maggie from Lima, Peru. Hello, Peru. See here. Your question is, I want to know what happened to my body on 2015. My right side went numb and I could only feel 50% when someone touched me or I touched something. I did all the tests doctors told me to do, but they did not find anything relevant to what happened. After months, I got better, and now I only have 5% to recover. I wish I know what to do to feel normal again. I also get numb at times when I sleep outside, and one time last year I was watching TV and I experienced an episode of numbness, but in all my body, and it lasted 30 minutes. I was so scared. I felt like I was dying and started screaming. I am so tired of this happening to me, and I want to know what to do. I feel so afraid. Okay, thank you for all you do, Emma. Okay, let me see what I can get for you. Okay, I want to make it very clear, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know that what I see and express is 100% correct, but I can just tell you what I see or what they're showing me. and what thoughts come into my mind, because that's how spirit communicates to me. They communicate with thoughts, with visualizations, and with feelings, okay? Okay, so it looks like this is my angel Marna who is answering this question. She's saying, hello, Maggie. Your periodic paralysis manifests when your blood's potassium levels are too low. Now, potassium, she says, is an important electrolyte for nerve and muscle cell functioning, especially for muscle cells in the heart. Now, your kidneys control your body's potassium levels, so making sure that your diet helps the kidneys' health is important. So add dandelion tea to your daily to your diet, she says. Now, getting regular exercise and making sure you get enough sleep is also very important. She says stress and fear seems to be the trigger to try. It's the trigger that starts the potassium levels to drop. Okay, so try and find peace. She says, try and find balance and acceptance within yourself, and talk to your doctors about checking your kidney functions and the potassium levels. So work on envisioning being healthy and focus on the positive things in life rather than the fears and the worries and all of the stress. So make sure your diet is healthy. Make sure it is supportive of keeping a healthy kidney function, and find time to exercise, but make sure you do it at your own pace. Now, the spiritual lesson behind all of this is basically to find self-love and self-acceptance, because too often you dismiss your own needs and wants, and you are a person who will care and love and find compassion for others, but you just don't find it for yourself. So if you can find the self-love within, if you can accept that this is how it is at this moment, but that it is not meant to last, it is not meant to stay that way, and you really take care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, then these episodes that you have, she says, will fade away, and they will be eliminated from your daily existence, she says. So I hope that helps a bit, Maggie. Okay, my next question is from Juan from California. Your question is, hello, Emma. I want to know how was my mom's transitioning? Many thanks for your help. Much love and light for you and your family. Okay. First of all, her energy feels very bubbly. So either she's very excited about your question, or she was just kind of a bubbly person. But it just feels like I feel a lot of excitement. So she feels very happy at this moment. She's saying all went more peaceful than I expected it to be, she says. So although the thought of death scared me despite my faith, I was greeted, she says, by a being of light reaching out what looked to me like a hand. And I had the first impression that other souls were also present around me, but they were hard to recognize. They looked a bit blurry, she says, but at the same time, their energies seemed very familiar, like kind of like when you meet someone for the first time, but it feels like you have known them for years. That's the best way, she says, I can describe it. She's showing me she was flying. So she's saying, we then took off, and in an instant, it felt like we were flying. And I ended up in what felt like a white, very bright room. It felt very safe. It felt like I was home, and it felt very loving to me. And in this room, there were different entities who seemed very happy to welcome me back. Again, they didn't look familiar, but they felt familiar. They felt like they were family. And so I received my life's review with which was really surprising, she says. She's giving me the word surprising. So it was really surprising. She says it was very loving and sometimes shocking. But at the same time, I felt peace because in that instant moment, everything seemed to make sense. All the things that I was struggling with, all the things that were unclear to me, that brought me fear, that brought me anxiety, seemed to make sense in that one instant. So I understood that I tried to do my very best in that moment. So forgiveness to myself, love for myself and for you and for everyone who was in my life, whether they were bad or good relationships. There was an instant gratification and an instant release of the energies that we hold on for so long in our human existence. So you just instantly feel relieved of all the hurt and all the negativity that we hold on to for so long. She says, after the review, I could see the patterns and the connections of every emotion, every thought, every action, and every decision that I had ever made. And everything became very clear to me. And I understood the mistakes and failures are imaginary. They're fake beliefs that reduce the joy of our experience on earth. So to you and all who are listening, I want to share this message. Life needs to be lived to the fullest. And when you do that and you learn to live without regret and you learn to live with forgiveness in your heart, you will experience joy and happiness with every adventure and every challenge you attract into your reality. So make the best of it. Love yourself because it's the only way to experience true love. Because when we love ourselves, we will attract people who will share the same vision about yourself. So I love you guys. I love you, Juan. And thank you for asking this question and for allowing me to speak up. And she's giving you a kiss. All right, so I hope that helps a bit, Juan. Okay, my next question is Debbie from Illinois. Your question is, Debbie, hi Emma, hugs. Oh, hugs back. Sending you hugs. Thank you so much for you being you. Oh, well, I try my best. And making this possible and sharing so much. How are and what are my son and father doing, and have they reincarnated? I love them so much. Thank you. With much love and light, Debbie. Okay. I think this is your son. He's shaking his head yes. Okay, so your son says he does not want to reveal his name because he wants to protect his family from pain. Now his energy feels extremely loving, caring, very huggable. I call it the huggable effect. I just want to give him a big squeeze and a big hug. He feels like he was a very honest person, but he has a duality inside of him. So it feels like he also went through a lot of stuff that created a person or a personality that he didn't like about himself. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Um, so he's saying, I'm not allowed to reveal his name because he wants to protect his family and friends. He feels very, very loving to you, Debbie. He's saying, hi, Mama. He's saying, I love you so much. And I want you to know that I am healed. Okay? He says, you were always a good mama. I never doubt that. Please don't ever, ever doubt that, he says. And I want to thank you for always loving me and believing in me. Okay? I want to tell everyone how sorry I am for all the pain that I have caused, but I also want to state that I was no longer myself and I couldn't find my way back to the old me. So I needed to help myself, he says, but I also needed to receive others. But I also needed to receive the help of others. Okay, sorry. He's going, no. I needed to help myself and I needed to help others. He's smiling. But he says, I felt abandoned by the people that I served. So I want to take this opportunity to tell my wife and daughter that I tried really hard to hold on to who I was. And I'm so sorry I left this physical plane early. He says to my daughter, my sweet, sweet little girl, you're all grown up now. And I want you to know that I will be coming back as your child one day. He's laughing and giggling. He's getting very excited about that. As we need to catch up for the time that we lost. But he says, don't rush into this though, honey. He's saying all in good times. It will happen when it needs to happen. Love will find you if you allow to reopen your heart and if you allow the possibilities to be endless, he says. He's saying, know that I'm watching over you all and I love you all very, very much. As for Grandpa, he's saying he hasn't incarnated either. As he's waiting for Grandma, he says. He's waiting for Grandma to come home. And he's guiding Wanda at this time to get used to her new state of being. So we all love you. So from all of us from this realm, he says, we love you. We are guiding you. We are supporting you. So please allow forgiveness and compassion into your heart and know that all has purpose and meaning. I love you, he says. Okay, so I hope that helps, Debbie. Okay. My next question is Chan or Chan, I'm not really sure, from Texas. Your question is, I would like to know if there is any info from my crossed over family regarding a decades-long mystery. Thank you so much. All I hear is that all will be revealed when the right time comes. But your team wants to take this opportunity to address a personal issue. They're saying, please always have love, compassion, and acceptance in your heart, as judgment seems to be taking over lately. They say when judgment wins, then judgment will start to fall upon you. What would not be beneficial to your goals as a human being. Love will always be the highest vibration that will attract the results that you are seeking at this moment. So every single soul on this planet is your spiritual family. So treat everyone with the respect and the compassion that they deserve. This is not coming from a judgmental perspective from us, but from a loving team who wants to see you accomplish your dreams and your desired manifestations. So replace judgment with love. Love yourself. As fear, hold on, I'm trying to think what they're trying to say. It's like you have to love yourself because it is the fear of other people's opinions and other people's ideas and thoughts that highlight the lack of stability and self-love that you feel for yourself. So with much love and unconditional respect for you and your journey, find balance within the self. Then no one or nothing will be able to create the anger, the fear, and the negative emotions that you endure every day. They're saying, we love you. So keep up the good work. We love you and keep up the good work. Wow, that was not the answer I was expecting, but there you go. I don't control who comes in and I don't control what's being said, but your team wanted to share that message with you. So fill your heart with love because it's the only way that we can eliminate fear and pain and suffering from this human world. Okay. Hope that helps a bit, John. Okay, the next question is from VR from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Hello, Argentina. Your question is, I'd like to ask Eric, and she's going, hi, Eric. I'd like to ask Eric this. In the following months, I'm going for IVF, and I'm pretty positive about the outcome. What I'd like to know, in case of being successful, is the gender of the baby and its health status, mostly because I'm turning 40 and I'm a bit worried of my eggs being old. Don't know if I should be worried or not. Thank you very much to both of you. Okay. We are. Eric's all excited. He's going, yeah, it's gonna work. He's saying hi. Okay, so don't worry. He's saying, yes, it will be successful and it will be healthy. Your baby will be healthy. And all you need to do is really make sure that your fear doesn't postpone the success. He's saying, see and know that the pregnancy is a sure thing and act and stay in that vibration constantly. Okay, so ask for the sex of the baby. Well, that is yet to be determined, he says, by the soul that will embody the vessel. Okay, so it's not been determined yet. But in regards to the success, what's going to be very important for you, and this is going to be a great lesson for yourself, is to really treasure this vessel that you have, to make sure that you are healthy physically and mentally, and it's going to provide you with the confidence and the self-love that you need in order to bring this beautiful baby into the world. So he's saying much love to you, and you can do this. He's saying hi, everybody. He just wanted to say hi to everybody. Okay, so my last question for today is from Scott from California. Okay, your question is, hi Emma, Eric, and all others that come to help pass a message. My name is Scott, and I thank you so much for this opportunity. My dad is a very great and logical person with a big heart, but every time I talk to him about the other side and spirits, he doesn't believe. Is there any messages from his loved ones that I can pass over to him that only he would know or relate to, that will help him have more of an open mind about the other side? Thank you for all your help. With love and light, Turner. Okay, Scott. Okay, this is your higher self who's taking this message. He's saying the need for your beliefs to be seen, heard, and felt, the need to feel respected, all of that comes from within yourself. It doesn't come from outside of yourself. It doesn't come from others. Now, your father and yourself are here on a totally different journey, where the need to have a spiritual connection or an understanding of the afterlife is avoided for the sake of his contract and for that of yours. Because in this disbelief within your father, you will develop an inner strength and faith to hold on to your own beliefs without the need for confirmation or validation. So stop trying to please others so you would feel accepted, but instead accept your wonderful self first. And the energetic stability will be accomplished in your reality that will lead to the connection that you seek. You see, your father does not want to believe. And so by doing that, by sending that energy out into the universe, he will never receive the validation that you want him to receive, because this is his journey. This is his path and his choice, his free will to not have a spiritual understanding influence the journey that he has at this moment. So find acceptance in your heart that he creates the block, the wall around himself to receive the messages of the loved ones on the other side. He says, embrace yourself, embrace your beliefs, and truly release the need for others to validate who you are, what you believe in, and what you stand for. So unconditional love for the self is needed in your journey. And the release of the need for approval of others. I love you very much. You are doing an amazing job. And when the time is right, you will be able to pass along those messages for yourself as you are here in a spiritual awakening that is destined to strengthen yourself as an individual being. She's showing me lots of love and that you have a pretty big spiritual team around you to support and guide you in this journey. So trust them, trust yourself, as it's the only way to find peace, truth, and love in this journey. Okay? So, Scott, I hope that helps. Your higher self is just sending you love. I can just feel massive love towards you and your journey. Okay? So, I hope that helps a bit, Scott. All right, guys, that's it for right now. I'm going to do part 2 in just a little bit, and I'll see you then.